Welcome to the HOB and the Awakening. My name is Israel Basha, and I will be your host. Today we're going to talk about the moment you became unhappy in your life. And I'm speaking to the individuals who worked hard to build a foundation for themselves, working one or two jobs, getting themselves a car and a place to live, decorating their homes or their apartments, striving to excel in their careers of choice or their job choices, embodying themselves with family and friends, communicable, going to church and events and functions, focusing on themselves and their children, being active in life. When you see them in public, they have this certain glow about themselves of confidence. I'm speaking to you. When you hold your head up high and you're walking with your diaphragm boasted, and you don't have to breathe and panic. You're cautious with every breath you take. Your finances is right. You're stable. At what point in your life did you become unhappy? Thank you for joining me here at The Awakening. Once again, my name is Israel Basha, and I am your host. To those individuals, the moment you became unhappy, take a breath and listen to me. I'm talking to you and you only. Because when I say what I have to say, it's going to be just as disruptive in your life as your life seemed to be at this very moment. The moment you became unhappy in your life is the moment when you gave the devil permission to enter your home. And I'm not going to put all of that on the devil. I'm not going to put all that on Satan. I'm not going to put all that on Lucifer. I'm going to say that demon in your life. You froze at this moment. You're quiet. I know it. But you're intrigued to hear more. And let me stimulate your mind and give you the food in which you was so malnourished to receive. Because the embodiment presence that's in your home. See, when you're on your right path and your course and direction in which God has ordained you to take, that demon has been watching you from afar and looking for the perfect moment in your life to disrupt it. And the demon would approach you, men and women alike, and present themselves fashionably, present themselves with intriguing behavior, stimulating your curiosity. And you stand still and you question yourself. And you reject the idea of the notion at that very moment. Your inner being rejects that notion at that very moment. When they try to interject themselves into your inhabitant, into your life, you tell them, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. But they're relentless, aren't they? They're persistent. Can I get your phone number? At least can we just talk? We can just be friends. And you say, sure, why not? Because you're thinking to yourself, men, women, you're thinking to yourself, I have it all together at this moment. I'm going on the right journey. And if this person can contribute and add to that trajectory, how can I go wrong? And you say, Israel, how do you know if the person's a demon? But the fact that you asked that question already answers it. Your inner being is already alerting you. I'm just confirming it. But to give you the signs that you are dealing with an uncleansed entity, they are disruptive to your nature. They're loud, they're boisterous. They're unsettling. They deem sexual confirmation from you. And you say, well, the sex is good, but it's not the sex that's keeping you. Because what they're doing, they're chiseling at you piece by inclement piece until they have destroyed you. And when I say destroyed, many fall victim in some cases. They start to question your behavior, your whereabouts. They cannot allow you to be you anymore. You cannot go anywhere on your own like you used to. They make you feel as if you are codependent because they are dependent on your whereabouts and your mobility. They have nothing to bring to the table. They are not bringing their own automobile. They have no job. They have nothing to offer like cooking or decorating or fashion taste, or you have to embrace and embody their entire energy. And like any succubus, they are trying to suck the life from you. And then when you get tired and you get fed up and you're like, look, this is not working. I can't take this no more. I need you to leave. They refuse to leave. You cannot get that demon out of your home. Why is it so hard for someone who has not contributed to your success, to your foundation, to your achievements? Why is it so hard for that succubus, that incubus, to leave you alone? Why? Because they're not finished with you. This is why. They're not done with you. You would know that you have that presence in your home by their loud, unsettling, and boisterous behavior. It is their job to change you, to change your behavior, to change your communication, to change your outlook on life. If you didn't smoke, they would have you smoking. If you didn't drink, they would have you drinking. Come on, baby, try it. It's not going to kill you. If God didn't want you to do it, he wouldn't have made it. Come on, baby. Sounds familiar? Wake up. You have a demon in your house. I told you, if you let this other person listen to what I have to say, this is going to make it just as disruptive in your life as it was before, worse than it was before, because they don't want you to hear this. Why don't they like going to church? Why don't they pray with you and talk about God? Why do they have to constantly party and drink and like they're on go all the time? Why aren't they having peace in their lives? Why aren't you asking the right question? The right question would be, why did they choose you? My name is Israel Basha, and you have been awakened. Until next time.